Hi, and welcome to The Rundown. I'm Alika Lloyd. It's common for college students to get halfway through the semester and discover a new club or organization. Many feel awkward about joining as the new kid, but Anthony Corby is here to tell you of a club taking place in this very studio that anyone on campus can still join.
Ever dream of being a news anchor, a sports commentator, or maybe even the guy recording them? Well, look no farther than the program bringing you this very show. The Rider University Network, or RUN, has expanded over the course of the school year to include not just one, but two new sports shows. Rider Sports Report, featuring Kelly Phillips and Christian McCarville, and Shootout, featuring Eric Johnson and Sean Chornabroth. The two anchors of Rider Sports Report discuss what's happening in the athletics department right here at Rider, while Shootout, a debate show, highlights some of the most controversial topics in professional sports. Video Technologies Coordinator Scott Albaum recently spoke about how even though there are only a couple of months left in the school year, it's not too late to get involved with some of these shows.
Come check it out, come work on maybe one episode of the show and see what kind of time commitment there is. And then just send me an email. I can pass your name along to show producers who might reach out to you and try to involve you in what they're doing this semester.
In addition to Rider Sports Report and Shootout, there are several new shows that may be forming over the course of this semester, including a variety show and maybe even a sitcom. With all these new shows forming, positions to fill in these shows are opening up as well. Co-president of RUN, Kelly Phillips, recently spoke about some of the opportunities that new members can embrace.
Anyone can come in and start their own show or come to us with an idea even if they don't really want to be the producer of it. There's really a whole lot of positions. You could be a producer, on-air talent, camera person, editor. We really have everything that is already filled but could also still be filled with new people.
As RUN has continued to expand over the course of the start of this semester, it's obvious that big changes may still be in store for the rest of the school year. I'm Anthony Corby, reporting for The Rundown.
Anyone interested in joining RUN can reach out on Instagram by DMing at WriterRun100. At the start of the fall semester, all of the attending students at Westminster Choir College will be moving to the Lawrenceville campus. Claire Hanrahan has more with how this move will be affecting the future of the theater department.
At the start of next year, all of Westminster Choir College will be moving onto the Lawrenceville campus. With over 200 students being added into the Fine and Performing Arts School, this greatly affects the theater department as a whole. While some technical students have voiced their concern over the increase in workload,
it's going to be demanding a lot of the tech department, and I think people don't really understand that the tech department will be taxed as much as it is.
Other Rider students are excited. The move gives them an opportunity to work with other types of performers and artists.
As a performer, it's pretty exciting. I like seeing new talent coming. I like seeing different types of people with different skill sets performing on stage, performing with them as well as just observing. It's great as a performer to really gain that knowledge from other students. And seeing them perform great helps you perform great. You know, being surrounded by greatness helps you be a better performer. So it's all pretty exciting, actually. I know some people are worried about the competition, but that's the industry, you know. If anything, it's just better preparing us for what's coming.
But Rider students aren't the only ones anticipating the move. Westminster students are nervous about losing the intimacy and seclusion of their campus.
It's definitely 98.5% nerves, I would say. I mean, it's nice to be on a bigger campus, and it'll be interesting to be sharing it with different people of different majors, but it's losing the tightness of this campus and the bonuses that we get from it being so isolated is going to be kind of scary.
Technical Director Buck Linton speaks about how the transition with Westminster has been in the work for years and the future plans for the technical department.
Now, once we're over here in Lawrenceville, it'll be more convenient to staff the operas accordingly as how we've always wanted to in the past. So conflict, and it's not really a conflict, it's something we've been wanting to do, just haven't been able to do it just for logistic problems. Now we have the opportunity to do it, and hopefully we can actually do it. So our calendars, the way we plan and schedule tends to be different. And we're also looking to increase either our shop operational times or our student employment staff to try to help mitigate the overload. Because it's going to be really difficult to fit another show into our calendar without some give somewhere.
Both campuses are making their plans to complete the move during the summer. This has been Claire Hennerhan for The Rundown.
The Public Relations Club on Ryder's campus recently took a long weekend trip to attend the PRSSA District Conference in Boston University.
PRSSA, the Public Relations Student Society of America, is a national organization, and many universities have their own chapter on campus. One of the perks of being a member of PRSSA is having the opportunity to go on trips, whether they be as close as New York City or as far as Portland, Oregon. Recently, some members of Ryder's PRSSA flew to Boston to attend the first 2020 District Conference of the year. This conference, titled PR Advanced Pilot Your Future, took place at Boston University.
I really enjoyed my time at the conference that we went to for PRSSA. Boston University's chapter of PRSSA set it up, and they had a great lineup of different speakers to give us motivational advice for when we're about to graduate and go off into the workplace. We learned a lot of things about networking and building our own brand and negotiating salaries for when we graduate. So it was a really great experience.
We got to talk to a lot of professionals in the PR field about our future career path and how we can succeed in college to get there. And it was definitely a good bonding experience with people from our chapter, but also chapters around the country.
PRSSA traveling to Boston, I think, is a really good bonding experience for a whole group because we get the opportunity to, travel somewhere new together and explore a place a lot of us have never seen. And when we travel, we always try and allocate a day just for group bonding activities so we can all really get to know each other.
PRSSA's advisor, Dr. Nancy Winsek, also attended the conference.
It was a wonderful conference and a wonderful trip. I love being the advisor to the PRSSA students, and we really do have an opportunity to get a lot out of developing our professional skills, and I like to see students develop over time, get more confident in what they want to do, and prepare themselves for success after graduation.
The club is looking forward to next year's conference. For The Rundown, I'm Amanda Sorrento.
This year, for Black History Month at Rider, students are coming together for the upcoming theater performance, Upon the Shoulders We Stand. Damara Barnes with the story.
Black History Month here at Rider has continued to make a huge impact on campus. Upon the Shoulders We Stand is the closing theater performance run by students to celebrate Black musical theater. Musical theater major Shamia Thomas explains she enjoyed working with cast members of the same race and having that connection.
People who don't look like you, who 9 times out of 10 do not understand you. It's nice to be in a room with people who look like you, and it's nice to find a place where you can be yourself and live, laugh, and experience culture.
The students worked very hard to put this production together for the Rider community in hopes of making an impact on campus. Director of Upon the Shoulders, Hannah Fields, also known as Sparkles, says in the beginning a lot of people doubted the production, but now it's become more known.
There was a lot of doubt. There was, it was, oh wow, the Black kids are getting together and they're going to put on a production. And a lot of people came year one to watch it fail. And it did not fail, because here we are.
Students are ready for this upcoming performance on March 9th and are looking forward to experiencing an amazing performance. Brother of Phi Beta Sigma, Samir LaShawn, says that they worked very hard and can't wait to see the outcome.
For people like me and for other people to see the art that we, create and everything that we give and just how talented we are as people and how wonderful this production is. So, anybody on campus should definitely come out and see this production. We worked really hard on this. It's for us, by us, and we're just so proud of it. So hopefully you enjoy the show. Just come through and you'll see my face.
Rider students recently had the opportunity to attend a television screening and meet the producers of the show, Amsterdam Ave. Reporter Kelly Phillips has more.
The Tapestry Club recently hosted a TV screening event for the web series Amsterdam Ave right here in the Journalism Lab of the Fine Arts Building for students in the Communications Department. The co-producers of the show came to Rider as a part of their screening tour that has included other universities such as Carnegie Mellon. Pooja Tripathi is one of the producers of Amsterdam Ave and also stars on the show.
Amsterdam Ave is a 6-episode web series, and it's about a girl in New York who's an aspiring DJ and a Dutch girl in Amsterdam who's an aspiring actress, and they switch places, they do a house swap to follow their dreams abroad. So when we were working on this show, our main goal in mind was that we wanted it to be picked up for a second season by a streaming platform, something like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and we wanted to be creative about how to get the word out. So we just decided to do a screening tour.
The show has a crew that is 90% female and promotes diversity in the film and TV industry. Dion Vandenberg, producer and actress on the show, shares the inspiration behind the story of Amsterdam Ave.
So our first thought was that we wanted to make a show really about international people in New York, because we saw that our friends came from all over the world, they came from different cultures, they spoke different languages, and we wanted to see that represented on screen more. So that was our first idea, and then we were kind of getting inspiration from our own lives.
Following the screening of the first 3 episodes of the web series, Pooja and Dion had an intimate Q&A session with the students in attendance. Danny Jackson, a student who attended the screening, felt inspired by the event.
Now actually seeing people who have their own production company, who are maybe, 5-10 years removed from college, that shows that it's definitely possible, and that shows that their degree is at work. So I think that's wonderful for Rider to keep implementing events like this to show people that it's possible.
Hi, I'm Kelly Phillips with The Rundown. Graduate school can be stressful, along with all the other responsibilities that come with it. Here we get a look closer into what being a graduate student entails.
While classes get back into full swing, people often forget there are many students going to graduate school, while also working part or even full-time somewhere else.
I'm a master's student here at Rider, studying the Master's of Accounting program. I'm also a GA, which is a graduate assistant in the accounting department, so along with my role as a student, I do work alongside professors on a day-to-day basis with lots of students for that program.
With over 36 graduate programs, it can be hard to pick one. Each position holds different responsibilities that are not just about going to class.
I'm currently enrolled in my last semester in the master's program. I'm taking 3 online classes right now. In the master's program, there's a lot of group work. It's a lot more independent. There's a lot of group work with a lot of interaction with students.
Most programs include a choice of online or in-person classes. Some students may really find this convenient, but others may not.
Being aware of the class schedule that you have, I'm really lucky where a lot of my classes are hybrid, so some weeks we're online and some weeks we're in person, so that makes my schedule feel a lot less heavy and more manageable.
I'm required to do about 20 hours a week on campus at my job, and I still have 3 online classes currently. Last semester I took 4 classes. They were all in person, so we have to take a different feel in the graduate program between online classes and in person.
Someone might say the student will not learn as much in an online class, but here at Rider University, that does not seem to be the case.
When the professors are taping their lecture and you're hearing their voice and you're still feeling engaged and you're part of something, that's really important. We also do a lot of discussion questions with the school counseling program, so you do feel like you're interacting with your classmates, even when you're not in person.
Everyone follows their own path after graduation, and for some people, a master's degree is the way to go. This has been Brian Zajac with The Rundown.
For more information about graduate school, visit the Rider University website. The dance department is preparing for Rider Dances, its annual spring concert on March 7th and 8th. Field reporter Tiffany Britton has more details.
Rider Dances is performed by students majoring or minoring in the dance department. Each year, the show has a different theme in support of something that is affecting society. Dr. Kim Vaccaro, artistic director, reveals what this upcoming show is all about.
It is called Rider Dances 2020, Moving in Our Community. There is a traditional piece, Odissi, which is Eastern India, from Eastern India originally, a musical theater tap dance number.
There are 6 choreographers in this year's show. Some are veterans to the program, while others are brand new to the process. Jen Gladney has been working with Rider Dances since 2005, and times have certainly changed since then.
I feel like the fun thing, like right now, is just to see the amount of students. So we started with probably about 4 to 6 really strong dancers that first year back in 2005, and we pulled a lot of theater majors to help us as well that were dance minors at the time. We didn't have a lot of dance majors. So to see the program grow and to see 20 or more dancers audition in the fall, and then see 20 or more dancers on stage is just such an amazing thing. It's such a good feeling to know you've been part of something from the ground up.
A show can't go on without costumes. Robin Shane is part of the costume department and shares her ideas for this year's Rider Dances.
So the idea is that we're representing different aspects of dance and different styles of dance in through the costumes and through the actual choreography. So this year we are doing a number of different styles of dance.
Rider Dances is on March 7th and 8th in the BLC Theater. I'm Tiffany Britton, back to you in the studio.
Course selection is coming up around the corner. Here is reporter Alika Lloyd with how to stay stress-free during the process.
Course registration for Summer 1, Summer 2, and Fall 2020 officially begins on March 9th for many students here at Rider University. This can be one of the most stressful times of the semester.
I caught up with Jalissa Cruz to talk about how stressful the process can be.
Rider's registration process is very stressful, especially if you don't know what classes you need to take for next semester. It could jeopardize a lot with your graduation requirements, and if you don't register on time, you might lose the lottery of getting the classes that you need for next semester.
Dr. Inklingo, one of Rider's student advisors, explains what green lighting is and just how essential it is for the registration process.
So green lighting is really important because what it does, it gives students a chance to have their advisors sit down with them, talk about what classes it makes sense to take in the next semester, and then the actual green lighting process actually gives them electronic permission to go in and pick those classes on the first date they are eligible. If you don't do the green lighting, even if it's your date, you can't select courses. So it's really good for planning, but there's a real practical reason to get green lighted as well. And I tell students to usually come in just a few days ahead of their date, because classes fill up, especially popular ones. And that way we can come up with a list of classes that are still open and that they're still likely to get, which is really important for freshmen and sophomores especially.
Be sure to time accordingly when it comes to registration for the next semester. This is Alika Lloyd with The Rundown.
For more information on registration or to schedule with your advisor, visit rider.edu/academics. Spring break is right around the corner for Rider University students, and many of them are preparing for exciting trips, especially the cast of Hamlet, who is heading to Croatia. Here's Kelsey Kilpatrick with the story.
I'm here outside the Spitz Theater in the Fine Arts Building at Rider University, where 5 talented young ladies are preparing to take their production of Hamlet on the road, specifically to Zagreb, Croatia.
Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, someone from the Croatia Academy in Osijek, Academy of the Arts, reached out to me. They had never had an American university participate in this international theater festival that they ran and operated, and they knew about the quality of our school. So one of them came here to meet with me and talk to me about it, and I thought it was a great opportunity. So my wife and I went that first year just to go to the festival. It's called the Dionysus Festival, for Dionysus, the god of theater and party and revels. And it was just so cool to see the schools from countries all around Europe doing workshops and performing their short plays. So the next year I brought a production to the festival. We were the first American, so far we've been the only American school to participate. So they were excited, rolled out the red carpet, the Americans are here. And it was a fantastic time. I've been back 2 or 3 times since. And now this year we're bringing some scenes from our production of Hamlet.
Preparation for Hamlet has been so great. We've already had a couple of rehearsals and just brushing the dust off of a couple months of it just sitting there. And it's been surprising how quickly things come back, lines and whatnot, blocking, emotions.
How came he dead? I'll not be juggled with. To hell, allegiance!
I'm super excited. I've done a couple study abroad trips and I just want to keep doing them. I've never been to Croatia. I've always wanted to go, especially because I watch Game of Thrones. We get to do all those little King's Landing tours. That's exciting.
The cast will be able to experience everything from theater from all around the world to Croatian culture and customs. This has been Kelsey Kilpatrick with The Rundown.
Stay updated with their trip on the Rider Theater Instagram page. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Rundown. I'm Kelly Phillips.